We're back again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this video might be a little wild, and I fully expect this shit to get a little bit wild here. So, if you saw the title of the video, of what I'm going to call this one, you know we're opening a whole can of worms with this one. This video, I have a feeling, I'm not going to say it's going to get banned, but it's all going to be off the cuff, and it's all going to be uncensored, okay? So, here's the deal, right? I firmly believe that feminism is probably the most evil shit on earth. And what I mean is, people who are feminists tend to say, oh, I'm just in support of the female gender or female empowerment, right? I have not met a feminist who says this, but does not also think that they're above men, right? And like I said, I say all the time, maybe not on the channel, but how I say all the time, the gender war in 2026 that was kind of coming out of 2025 is almost completely one-sided. It's the men don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, we're doing the same shit we've been doing, bro. Get up, make breakfast, go to the gym, work out, come to work all day, go home, go to bed. We're doing the same shit we've been doing for fucking years, okay? So, I firmly believe that the average woman has been brainwashed into modern feminism, okay? Like how a lot of dudes have been subjected to extreme conservatism. A lot of women have been subjected to extreme liberalism. So even then, the average dude I know is conservative generally. So imagine you have the political polls, say this is all the way on the left and this is all the way on the right. It'll be flipped for you guys. Women are all the way over here, as far left as they can be. Men are like here. So like here's the middle, men are like here. They're like just conservative enough to call themselves conservative. They're not fucking neo-Nazis. Okay? Anyhow, prime example. I am a firm believer that the average woman has this secret program, desire shit in their brain to essentially swap roles with the men of society. Where men were always the ones who went to work, and women were the ones who were, submissive, and they listened to the husband, and they did what the husband told them to do. Historically, that's how it worked. The men went out and worked, and the women took care of the house and the kids, and she fostered a area of peace for the husband to come back to after work. Now the inverse is happening. I'm fully honest with you. I think women want to replace men, and they want men to take their place. This is kind of theory crafting, but at the end of the day, this is just stuff I witness. So, every woman I know is going to college. Every woman I know who is not in college already is planning on going to college. All the guys I know aren't planning on going to college. There are more women in college on average in America than men by a significant margin. Just as how women are out earning men nowadays. Women make, on average, more money than men. In their same age group, they make more money than men. So, let me get down to this real quick. I gotta go get my eggs. Okay, so here's the point of the argument, is that the women are making more money, the women are more argumentative, the women are more girl bossing, however you want to call it. And the average man is weaker physically than they ever have been. The average man has less of a backbone, has less ambition, has less of a desire, a zest for life. And I honestly believe that women's taste in men is flipping to what a new standard. Okay? Because I'm not saying I'm jacked, but I am a strong guy. This is just for example. This is not me gloating, okay? But let me explain to you. I am a pretty strong guy. I have met women who have told me that my arm is as big as their leg. I'm not that big. I'm 5'10", 155. So this is just for example. Let me explain this to you. Those women, when I look at their ex-boyfriends, and they were trying to talk to me romantically as a new guy, their ex-boyfriends are twinks. Really scrawny guys. I'm talking like sub 120 pounds. Like 6 foot, 100 pounds flat, right? Those kind of guys. And they always have long, messy hair. And they're feminine looking. I'm just going to keep it for real with you. I'm not saying that they are unattractive in the face, because people say that when a man says a man is feminine looking, he's jealous or whatever, that he looks attractive. I think I look pretty decent, but at the end of the day, not the fucking point. I swear to you that women have been told through some facet of selectivity that men who are feminine are superior, right? And I have been told several times, I honestly think women want to, like I said, swap men, because every woman I've met has told me if I want to appeal to more women, I need to have longer hair, longer than I have now, which my hair is already pretty fucking long if you ask me, okay? Look at how long this shit is back here. Anyhow, they're all saying I need to have longer hair and shave my beard. That's what women look like. Women have long hair and no facial hair, obviously. I think this is part of the feminist propagated shit, because all of them try to also psychoanalyze you, and they all try to act like they know who you are, even though you barely talk to them or you're just friends with them. Men hate this shit. Okay, this is why, again, I think a lot of men are just walking the fuck out on this. And there are a lot of these guys just walking out on this is because a lot of these women are just doing shit we don't like. Just flat out. That we actually hate. Because if the average dude, if he meets a woman and she claims that she's oppressed in society, he will drop that chick faster than a sack of potatoes, bro. You know why? Because we aren't looking to deal with this shit, bro. We are not looking to deal with this shit. To entertain your idea that you're somehow a oppressed class in society. Because at the end of the day, everyone's got it bad. Except for fucking really rich people. Everyone's got it bad. If you exist on Earth, life is hard. Life is hard to some degree for some amount of time. At minimum. Of course, that was a variable of time, but there will be a time in your life that everyone struggles with something. This is not exclusive to women or black people or Asian people or whatever. Like I said, I have a lot of dudes just have a tough time. Okay? Like my one manager at work believes that I can't have it hard because I'm a white man who's not gay. I don't need to explain to you how fucking retarded that sounds, because it sounds retarded as shit, doesn't it? Anyhow, every time I go talking about women, they all act like, when I talk about women to my friends who are women, they all act like the things I have to say are fucking insane. When not even 20, 30 years ago, this shit was pretty fucking normal, okay? I told him, I said, she gotta be Christian. I don't want her to smoke or drink. If she's smoking or drinking, she needs to be quitting it, right? She needs to admit she has a problem with smoking or drinking and quitting it, okay? Third, I will not be, if she can have 2 boyfriends before me or less. So I have to explain this every time because people don't understand what I mean. I will not be I will be guy number 3, 2, or 1. Okay? I will not be guy number 4, 5, or 6, or higher. I won't do it. At this stage of my life, if you're 20 fucking years old and you've already had 5 boyfriends, you're not for me. Right? And I think the feminism pushes this idea that since I'm a woman, I'm allowed to be hypergamous, essentially, and fuck around with whoever I want, and have sex with as many people as I want, And I have literally explained this shit on my other channel. I said, if women sleep around too much, this goes for men too, but the majority of men are physically unable to sleep around too much because they are not selected by women. So I said, if women sleep around too much, their ability to pair bond gets fucked. Sorry, it does. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, all women have to be virgins, but if you look at the marriage stats, women who are virgins have the most successful marriages. And then every time the body count goes up by 1, the success of the marriage goes down, right? So if they have 1 body, but then they meet you, so you're guy number 2, the success of the marriage goes down from like 80 to like 70 something immediately. And then 2, so you're guy number 2, or sorry, guy number 3, because if they've had two people before you, the thing goes down even more. So just at 3, it goes down to like 60%, dude. 60-50%. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. And this is why I say the feminine empowerment shit, at the end of the day, is just poison. It's just venom, right? They're telling you the shit that you think you want to hear because it's female empowerment. But at the end of the day, it's just venom. It's just stuff they tell you so you don't settle down with one guy early, right? I'm not saying women need to jump on the first guy they find. But what I'm saying is, if women dated with intention, as in looking for a life partner at a younger age, there'd be less problem. And I'm not saying that men do look for a life partner at a young age. Most guys don't either. But I'm saying, if you go back like to the 90s or the 2000s, probably more like the 80s and 90s, it was common to get married at 20. That was like kind of the average age to be married. Now it's in the 30s. And soon it'll probably be in the fucking 40s. The first marriage in the 40s. Are you fucking kidding me? At least when you were getting your first marriage in your 20s, you were meeting a person on equal playing field that probably had it fucked like 10 people before you. Now when you're getting married in your 30s, that's 10 years from where I am now. So right now, I have 1 body and 2 ex-girlfriends. By the time I'm 30, I probably won't have any more. You know why? Because, I mean, I'll have ex-girlfriends, I guarantee you. But I'm not trying to have premarital sex, personally. I realized what I did. I was kind of not really into Christianity at the time. So I fucked up. And that's why I had premarital sex. But at the end of the day, the average woman is just gonna be out here running that shit until their 30s and then pick a guy and then settle down. The average dude can't be out here running that shit because he doesn't have either the status, the money, the physique. Like some guy was watching some shit, some guy was saying that having a V-taper build is the most attractive thing a man can have. First of all, you're looking at this shit from the male perspective, not the female perspective. Women are basically, they see your face, they already know if they'd fuck you or not. And within 3 seconds of meeting you. They already know if they would have sex with you or not within 3 fucking seconds of seeing you. Be mad at that if you want, it's basically true. Okay? I've never had an interaction where a woman had either made it very quickly known that she was interested or not. You find this shit out very quickly as a dude. Because then here's the other thing they do. They'll make it be known that they're at least kind of into you, but now is not a good time, is what they say. So then they'll put you in the friend zone indefinitely. And what I have not all my friends, but a lot of my friends are girls. But I don't do favors for them. I don't, buy them groceries and jewelry and perfume and shit. I don't do that. If they want to buy me something for my birthday, go right ahead. But for their birthday, fine, we'll see. But I'm not going to buy you random shit that you don't fucking need. You're just my friend, dude. Like, I'm not, you don't hold my hand and cuddle me at the end of the day. You know what I'm fucking saying? Like, you're not girlfriend. You're just friend who is a girl. And that's really why I feel like a lot of dudes they're just not getting the fucking problem in all this. They're not understanding that, hey, like, if you keep fucking simping, like, the reason why dating is partially why the reason why dating is so bad is because every dude is a fucking simp anymore. Every dude will bend over backwards for some fucking mid, right? And I have friends who I have basically abandoned me in the friend group because they got a girlfriend. And a girlfriend who's not even that nice, and they'd probably just be better off without him anyway, but they like having coitus, so they keep her around. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it just all boils back down to men being weak and spineless. If men had the gall to say to women, you know what, you're gonna talk to me like this, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we should be doing that, but you go back to fucking Sean Connery's time, he would smack the fuck out of his wife, bro. That was in movies, that was in TV, that was in actual life, right? Like, if a man his wife was talking shit to him, he would smack the fuck out of her, bro. Pimp hand her, bro. I'm not saying we need to do that, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying we went from the extreme, we went to the total fucking extremes. The total fucking extremes within less than half a century, right? I don't know exactly when Sean Connery was around in movies and stuff. I think he's passed away now. But at the end of the day, the problem still remains is that there is no middle ground. There's just simping and then beating women. There's no fucking being in the middle where you understand that you love your woman and she loves you and you both provide for each other. Because you go look at the pimpin' where he was, Sean Connery, it was abusive. The man was getting everything and the woman was getting nothing, is what it sounds like. She was making dinner, he was not grateful for it, and then you go to now, and then the man is getting nothing and the woman is getting everything. Where, from what I can see, that's what's happening the most often now. Because these women that I'm seeing my friends get with are bad people, and even then, the women that I know personally, I'm not going to say they're bad people, but they're making dumb fucking decisions. Because my one friend, this is why guys are so fucking dumb with this shit. My friend, the other day, went to the city in her sister's car to go see her ex-boyfriend, and her ex-boyfriend had convinced her to stay the night. You know what they did. You fucking know what they did. Nobody said that's what happened, but everyone figured out that's exactly what happened. So, mind you, this ex-boyfriend fucking cheated on her twice. She still went back to him. This is why guys aren't trying. Like I said, a guy who's a normal fucking good person it's a rough ass world out here, because women don't like guys who are good people. Women like guys who are spontaneous and destructive and possibly, adventurous, whatever you want to say. Guys who literally just do their hobbies and go to work, you're fucking boring to women. You're fucking boring to women. And this is me too. I just go to work, I do my job, I do my hobbies, I come home, I work out, I play guitar, I do the same, 10 things every day. I don't go into the middle of the city and go behind my girlfriend's back and see her best friend and fuck her best friend. I don't do that shit. So apparently, women don't like me because I'm not an asshole. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how else to explain it to you. That's just kind of the way it goes now. I've never met a decent guy who, one, could easily get a girlfriend, and two, didn't also get hung up on his ex. Like my other friend, my guy friend from work, he's hung up on his ex-girlfriend. Every fucking person is hung up on their ex. Do you realize this shit? The degenerativeness of the dating pool. It's realistically, the dating pool is like 5 people. for the average person at maximum. But everyone goes back to the thing they've already done before. This is like I said, if you go to a restaurant you've never been before, and you get this thing, say you get a number one. I don't fucking know. Just for sake of argument. You get a number one at the restaurant. Next time you go back, you go, huh, the number one was kind of good. I think I'll have that again. And then that just becomes your regular. You go to that restaurant, you get the number one. That's how dating works now. You go look around a little bit. You've had this guy before. Even though he was fucking bad to you, the sex was good or whatever. So they just go back to the guy number one or whatever. It's how it fucking works. That's how it fucking works. Guys don't do that. Guys move the fuck on most of the time. And then the thing is, you hear this shit where this guy was out sleeping with her fucking best friend. Everyone defends this guy. You know why? Because he probably, as a tall motherfucker, he was on track to have a good job. He had apparently a 6-figure job lined up. And he's probably handsome and he's probably tall. So people, since he's handsome and tall and has money and shit, people will say, oh, he was so emotionally intelligent and he would never do anything to hurt her and he made a mistake. And I was like, but if somebody like me did that, a guy who's 5'10", and a guy who doesn't make 6 figures, and a guy who's like about average on the look scale, oh, that guy's a total fucking asshole. What a creep. I can't fucking believe he went behind my back and did that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're a guy that women find attractive, you're fucking untouchable. They'll never argue with you. They'll never talk shit about you. They'll always basically brown nose you. That's just the way it is. That's just how it goes now. And I mean, look, I have fully accepted that this is the way things are now, to be totally honest with you. I realize, yep, this is how it works. It's going to keep that way for a long time because the dating dynamic shit has been the same since like 2019 and it hasn't changed in 7 years. So, yeah, basically, key takeaways, feminism is really bad for the dating pool. Women only want certain guys, and if they do like that certain guy, they'll go back to him indefinitely. Everyone is hung up on their ex, men and women included. What else was there? That's about it. I mean, you watched the video. I hope so. So, hopefully we get a new spike in the channel. We got a couple more subscribers lately. I think we got about 3 or 4 more in the last week. So I'm stoked about that. We had 17. We're up to 21. Cool shit, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching the channel. Stay tuned for next time when I talk about either Indiana Jones or Daredevil or something. Thanks for watching.